and welcome to the Cruise Show. I'm Carly and this is John. Well, if you are the kind of person that enjoys new experiences, meeting new people, traveling to new places, then a Princess Cruise is definitely for you. And we are talking 5-star luxury cruising. Wait until you see these beautiful cruise ships and the itineraries we have got in store for you today. We've even got a lovely cruise around Scandinavia in the May half term of next year, so stay tuned for that. But to tell us a little bit more about Princess Cruises, it's the cruise man himself, Mr. John Cooper.
Thanks so much indeed, Carly. Well, Princess Cruises, they say you'll come back new. And the reason for that is it's the way they look after you. I mean, we all have hectic and complicated lives these days. I mean, even the remote controls on the TV are complicated these days, but you get away from it all. You get people who look after you. You get all the extras, all the little things that people will do for you. They try to exceed your expectations. It's the wonderful food. It's the things to do around the ship if you want to do them. There are all the lovely places you're going to visit. There's the places to relax in and call your own. There's the wonderful entertainment from everything from full West End style productions to concerts to just relax and enjoy a book. It's entirely up to you. But the one thing you will come back from a Princess Cruise to do is you'll want to go back for more. It's not a one-off occasion. It's almost becomes a habit. You'll love it. Give it a go. And I tell you what, we've got some really tempting things coming your way. Stick around.
And we're going to start out with this lovely cruise. Now, I'd say if you've never cruised before, then this first one is absolutely perfect for you. We're taking you around France and Spain next year on board the Sapphire Princess. So let's have a little look around.
Well, the Sapphire Princess, absolutely lovely ship. What you'll know about a Princess Cruise, if you've never been on them before, is once you've been on one of the ships, you've more or less been on them all, because they do the same layout on all the different ships. So therefore, once you've found your way around one, you're there. And the comfortableness of them all. The staff are just so good. The food is incredible. Everything that they make on board is fresh. There's no frozen, there's no tinned, there's no powders. It's all fresh and it's made each day. I mean, the food is just incredible. Princess have been going now for over 50 years. They're the third largest cruise line in the world. And, you've got to be doing some things to get it right. Talking of things to do, you like ballroom dancing? Would you like to do ballroom dancing? They teach you it. These are the sort of things they can learn. Look at the theatre productions are absolutely thrilling. And the theatres, they have orchestras in the theatres as well. I mean, me and Carly both worked in theatre productions, and it's very rare you get an orchestra.
Oh, absolutely.
But you're getting the full orchestra. The accommodation is absolutely incredible. And the relaxation. The relaxation. I know when you go on board one of these ships, there's only one thing you'll regret. One thing you'll regret. You haven't done it before. That's the only thing you'll regret. This is on the Sapphire Princess. We're going around France and Spain on the 5th of May next year for 7 nights. It's a deposit only right now, just a deposit. We're going to cruise out from Southampton, and our first port of call is St Peter Port in Guernsey. Guernsey is really lovely, and do you know what? I'm going to tell you something now that the shore excursion manager will hate me for. You can get the local bus all around the island for £2. Bordeaux is next. What I would do here, I'd certainly book an excursion, maybe to go to one of the wineries, see the vineyards and things like that. Bilbao, absolutely incredible. The Guggenheim Museum has got to be seen to be believed. But this is a mixture of old Spain and new Spain, and it really is lovely. Then we're into La Coruña. You can see the oldest working lighthouse in Europe here. Maybe go to Santiago de Compostela for a pilgrimage. It is truly gorgeous. And from there, we're going to cruise you back into Southampton. We can get you on board this for just £649. £649. And don't forget with Vision Cruise as well, we'll enrol you into Vision Plus. That's our very own loyalty programme. You won't get that with anybody else. On top of that as well, we'll enrol you into the Princess Loyalty Scheme. If you're already with the Princess Loyalty Scheme, you'll continue to get their points as well, even if you haven't booked with us before. We'll enrol you into that. Now, as another special offer as well, this is for an inside stateroom. If you want to upgrade to an ocean view, you upgrade to the ocean view and we'll give you a balcony. Well, yeah, you upgrade from the inside to an ocean view and we'll give you a balcony stateroom. That's all part of the service when you book with Vision Cruise, and I wouldn't miss out on that one if I was you.
Absolutely. Well, you saw the lovely footage there of the Sapphire Princess, and I have to say one of my favourite places on a princess ship is the atrium. You saw the footage there. You can sit there, have a coffee and relax, do a bit of people watching. I like a little bit of that on holiday. And every now and again, a bit of entertainment pops up for you as well. It's wonderful. And from there, you can find yourself around the entire ship. Well, let's have another little sail back through those details. So we're going to be sending you out from Southampton and we're going to head for Guernsey, St. Peter Port. This was one of my favourite places to pop into. You could go for a cream tea, maybe enjoy some fish and chips, and a little bit of duty-free shopping while you're there as well. Then we're going to head for Le Verdon-sur-Mer. You can take a trip to Bordeaux from here or stay in Le Verdon itself, relax on the beach, or maybe do a little cycle through the forest there. That's a lovely day out. Then we are in to Bilbao, visit the Guggenheim Museum, or maybe go on a Rioja wine tour. That sounds right up my street. Then our next port of call will be La Coruña, steeped in history, offering mouth-watering seafood and some great shopping opportunities while you're there as well. And from there, we're going to be sailing you back into Southampton. And all of that from fares of £649 per person. As John said, if you upgrade from that inside stateroom to an ocean view, we will automatically upgrade you for free to a balcony cabin. How good does that sound? A balcony stateroom all to yourselves. Imagine sailing in of some of these beautiful ports of call sat on your balcony. That would be nice, wouldn't it? This is May next year for 7 nights. Get yourself on the phone and on this lovely cruise. It's 0800 655 6449. Well, we're going to move on now to our next itinerary, and we are taking you around the Mediterranean back on board the Sapphire Princess. So we're going to join Gemma now as she shows us around one of the princess ships to give you a flavour of what you could expect on board.
Welcome to the Caribbean Princess, a mid-sized ship with a very interesting fact, because actress Jill Whelan from The Love Boat christened this ship, and that fact alone makes me want to find out more. Why? Because I love The Love Boat. Whether you're a first-time cruiser or a seasoned cruiser, we all have tons of questions. So head to guest services or shore excursions. I promise there's somebody always on hand who has the answer. We all know that cruising can work up a bit of a thirst, but here's the problem. There are so many bars to choose from. Everybody has their own favourite spot on a ship. Well, the pools, the hot tubs, the treatments, the sanctuary. Yep, I think I found my spot, the spa. Stellar acts, amazing acoustics and fabulous seats. Who wouldn't enjoy a show in here? I'm at the Crown Grill for some speciality dining, and looking at the decor, it's old-time New York charm throughout. Yes, they do mouth-watering steaks, but don't worry if that's not your thing, because there's seafood, lobster and all sorts of amazing things on the menu as well. There are many different grades of stateroom on board, from an inside to a full suite. Now this one is a deluxe balcony and it's really well appointed. Look at all this wardrobe space. Ooh, I mean, I could even fit all my things in here, and how long the drop is. Just long enough for my evening gown for the formal evening, and enough room for my numerous pairs of shoes. And the best bit, obviously, is the balcony. For me, a holiday is sitting outside and taking in the views and the great outdoors. A cruise is the perfect time to enrich your life. You can take in a lecture, appreciate the art, or borrow a book, or if you're a little bit more tech savvy, don't worry, you can stay in touch as well. On Princess Cruises, they want you to come back new. And I'll be honest, I feel like I'm coming back new even from this small whistle-stop door. Okay, where's the nightclub? There are several formal dining rooms, the Palm Dining Room being one, with traditional dining at the same time with attentive service. The ship runs age-appropriate activities, so from 3 to 17 years, they've got it covered, which means you've got peace of mind and you can indulge in what you want.
Oh, this is absolutely wonderful. This is going on the Sapphire Princess around the Mediterranean, on a Mediterranean interlude on the 22nd of September next year for 14 nights. We're going to be cruising out of Southampton, so, you know, you don't have to worry about flying or weight of luggage or anything. Our first port of call is Vigo in Spain, which is absolutely gorgeous. Where the ship pulls in, right next to a huge shopping centre, and it's a fishing port. You've got to have some fish while you're there. It's gorgeous. Then we're in to Livorno in Italy. Now, this is where you go to Florence or Pisa for the day, and Livorno itself is great. Just outside the town, there's a shopping centre, one of these designer outlet shopping centres.
Oh, yes.
Italian, exactly. Go see the Leaning Tower of Pisa while you're there too. Then we're across to France, to Toulon in southwest France. It's absolutely lovely. There's a little touristy train that takes you right round all the beaches and leads you into the markets, which is great. Then we're into Barcelona. Well, you're just going to love Barcelona, aren't you? There's so much to go and do here. Las Ramblas, the Sacred Familia Church. There's so much. Then we're across to Ceuta. This is Spanish Morocco. You know, like we have Gibraltar. Well, they've got Ceuta in Morocco, and it's duty-free as well. Then we're across to Lisbon. Under that, which is the April the 25th bridge, it looks like the Golden Gate Bridge, doesn't it? Mm-hmm. And then there's also the statue of Christ the Redeemer, which looks as though you're in Rio de Janeiro too. It truly is fascinating. And then we cruise you back into Southampton. All this for 1399. 1399. And remember as well, if you upgrade, this is the price of an inside stateroom, but if you upgrade to an ocean view, we'll upgrade you again free of charge to a balcony. If you want to know the details, just call the number and we'll do that. And I'll tell you what with this one as well. 1399, ask for a case of wine and I'll send you a case of wine before you go. But you've got to ask for it, because if you don't ask, you don't get.
Well, this is a lovely time of year to be heading to the Mediterranean. You're out of that kind of tourist peak, so things are starting to get a little bit quieter. You can get a little bit closer to the sites and get some wonderful pictures without crowds of people. How nice does that sound? And you saw the beautiful ships Princess have got. You could be sailing on one of those next year. Let's get you on, shall we? Let's have another little sail back through those details. So we're going to be sailing out of Southampton, heading for our first port of call, Vigo. This is a lovely fishing port. Maybe try a Segway tour while you're here for a little bit something different to do. Then we're going to arrive into Livorno. This is where you could head to the romantic capital of Italy, Florence, or maybe head and see the Leaning Tower in Pisa. Before we arrive into Toulon, now definitely visit the old quarter while you're there. It's really beautiful. And maybe take the cable car up La Farren Mountain for some beautiful views as well. Then we're going to sell you into Barcelona. This exciting city has got so much to offer. Maybe head and see the colourful entertainers in Las Ramblas, or maybe go to the Picasso Museum while you're there. Before we arrive into Ceuta, so many things to do here, from monuments, beaches, museums, parks, and a great choice of restaurants as well. Then our final port of call will be Lisbon, the medieval capital of Portugal. It's beautiful. So many highlights can be seen on that sailing, so make sure you're out on deck to enjoy that. Then we'll sell you back into Southampton, and all of that from fares of $1,399 for your inside stateroom, or as John mentioned before, you can take your ocean view cabin and upgrade it to a balcony absolutely free. So all you've got to do is upgrade first of all to the ocean view, and then here at Vision Cruise we're going to give you that balcony stateroom for free. How good does that sound? Get yourself on the phone. It's 0800 655 6449. We're going to move on to our next itinerary now, and this is the one I mentioned at the beginning of the show. It's in May half term in most areas, so just check your timetable for that. And we're taking you around Scandinavia on board the Sapphire Princess. So let's have a little look at what you could expect from the food and relaxation on a Princess cruise.
There is so much to go at here. First of all, there's the food. There's so many different restaurants to choose from. Do you know, even the buffets are incredible. But the main dining room, once again, every evening it's a 5-course a la carte evening meal. They come round to you. Here's the menu, sir. Here's the menu, madam. What would you like to drink? You know, what would you like to eat? And you know, the food is just incredible. I've been lucky enough to go around the galleys, and you see them working there, and they're like the finest restaurants in town. They really are. You'll just be so impressed. And I'd say it's not quantity, it's choice, and it's the taste and the quality. And then you go around the ship, and there are so many things happening around the ship as well. The entertainment is absolutely exquisite. And they also have what they call a program of entertainment around the ship during the day, an enrichment program, which includes things like pottery by the pool. Who'd have thought you could do yoga classes? They've got all those infinity pools where you just keep swimming and you go nowhere. It's like my life, that. But you know, it's lovely. Look at this top deck. You know, where you just relax. Maybe, you know, read a book, listen to some music, or just relax. You know, have a cocktail. Why not? You're on holiday. The spa treatments. Why not? You're on holiday. This is what it's all about. It's all about me time, you time, us time, we time. Because we're just so busy these days. And then you relax. It is just so wonderful. Once you've done it, as I've said to you before, the only regret you'll have on this holiday is that you haven't done it before. Because it's just so wonderful. Princess do it so well. They really do. Here we go. Here's the pottery by the pool. Look at this. Cooking demonstrations. Absolutely incredible cooking demonstrations. Then there's the talks about the next port of call we're coming to. So when you go, you know all the places to go. This is what it's all about. So, oh, by the way, once they've done all these cooking demonstrations, you get to taste it. It's nice. See, there's little tips on how to, you know, do your PC and you know, all your digital photography and all that sort of thing. There's the pottery by the pool. Learn to dance. 2, 3, cha-cha-cha. 3, 4, cha-cha-cha. Oh. You ought to see me in my Paso Doble. Wine tasting. It's lovely. You know, this is what holidays were made for. They were made for having lots of fun. And that's exactly what this is. Now, this is, as I say, going on the Sapphire Princess around Scandinavia in what is half term in most areas around the UK, the 26th of May next year. Remember, it's just a deposit right now, and we're going to cruise out from Southampton. Our first port of call is Zeebrugge in Belgium. That's where you go to Bruges for the day, and Bruges is absolutely gorgeous. It's chocolate box stuff, it really is. Talking of chocolate, there's the chocolate and there's the lace there as well. Then we're across to Copenhagen. Wonderful, wonderful Copenhagen. Go to the Tivoli Gardens, the oldest theme park in Europe. It's lovely. And then maybe, because we're overnighting there, go to the Carlsberg Museum the next day. Probably the best museum in the world. Probably. And then we could go see the Little Mermaid while you're there too. Then we went to Heidelberg. Do you know they've got a museum of failures in Heidelberg?
Oh.
You know, all these big inventions that just failed and never took off, like Betamax. And then we're into Oslo, which is the capital of Norway. Absolutely beautiful, very, very walkable, and so, so lovely as well, before we cruise you back into Southampton. Once again, we can get you on board on this for £899. £899, but that's not all. There's a bit of a bribe coming here. Bit of a bribe exclusively from us here at Vision Cruise. I'm going to throw in some Cooper cash. $75 per stateroom on board credit. $75 for you to spend on anything you like. Now that's an inside stateroom. That's the price for an inside stateroom. But if you want to upgrade to an ocean view, if you want to give us a call to ask about the details of that, we can then upgrade you free of charge from the ocean view to a balcony. So if you want to upgrade to an ocean view, you can pay for that, and then we'll upgrade you again to a balcony. These are the sort of deals that we can be doing for you. This is what we are at Vision Cruise. Also remember, we're going to enrol you into Vision Plus. That's our own loyalty scheme. Now you won't get that with anyone else. That's on top of Princess's own loyalty scheme. And once again, if you're already a member of Princess's loyalty scheme because you booked with them before, when you book with us, your points will continue to go with them as well. And you'll get this on top of it. It's double bubble. That's what we do here at Vision Cruise. We look after you every single step of the way. Remember, we've been going now for over 25 years. We're an independent, family-owned company. So we can give you really good, impartial advice. This is the holiday of a lifetime. If you want to try it, try it. If you want to do it, do it. One thing I know you will do is you will come back new, and you will come back wanting to do it, do it, do it again. Because the only regret you'll have is you haven't done it before.
Yes, John's absolutely right. If you've never cruised before, get yourself on one of these wonderful itineraries. And I mean, this one, that's 4 different countries you're travelling to in one 7-night cruise. How incredible is that? If you put together different trips to each of these cities, how much would that cost you? And to do it in 5-star luxury with all your food included, could you really do it for that wonderful price just there? And a little tip for you, if you're taking the children away with you, they do fresh pizza by the pool. The children are going to love that. And also the movies under the stars is a great way to keep them occupied, give them some popcorn, and I'm sure they're going to enjoy that. But let's have another little sail back through these details. So we are going to be sailing you out from Southampton and heading for Zeebrugge. Visit Brussels for the day perhaps, or maybe go to Bruges and walk along the pretty canals and try a chocolate-topped waffle while you're there. Oh, they are absolutely delicious. And I challenge you not to lick your lips while you're eating it, and see if you can stay.
Did you say walk on the canals?
Not on the canal, along the canals, John. Then we are going to arrive into Copenhagen. Now you've got your overnight import here. You could visit the Little Mermaid statue, go to Tivoli Gardens. If you're taking the children with you, they are going to love the theme park rides at Tivoli Gardens. And there's lots of great popular restaurants there as well, so you could go and enjoy some food with them while you're there. And then maybe the following day, head down some of the narrow cobbled streets. They're beautiful. Then we're into Helsingborg in Sweden. Lots of wonderful sights to see here, like the beautiful cathedral. Before we arrive into our final port of call of Oslo. And you're walking distance from the city centre, and it's a small, compact city, so easy to explore on foot, and home to an incredible amount of interesting museums as well. Then from there, we're going to be sailing you back into Southampton. And all of that for those inside staterooms from $899 per person. And we're going to include that $75 exclusive from us here at Vision Cruise per room of onboard credit. Now you can spend that on whatever you like. Maybe use it against a shore excursion, or maybe in the duty-free shops. A little bit of perfume, hey ladies, get in there first. But get yourself on the phone on this lovely cruise. It's 0800 655 6449, and you could be cruising on Princess. But it's now time for our quick picks.
Now we're starting off this time on the Sapphire Princess, going around the Norwegian fjords on the 11th of August next year. Deposit only right now for 7 nights from Southampton. We're going to Stavanger, Olden, Heilset, Granger, Bergen and back into Southampton. Inside staterooms from just $8.99. If you want to upgrade to an ocean view, we'll then upgrade you again free of charge to a balcony. And exclusively on this one, we've got $50 per stateroom on board credit. If you want it, you dial the number 0800 655 6449. Then we're on the Sapphire Princess going to the Canary Islands on the 9th of October next year for 12 glorious nights. We're going to go from Southampton to Vigo, Madeira, Lanzarote, Tenerife, Gran Canaria, Lisbon and Southampton. Inside staterooms from just $1199. And exclusively from us here at Vision Cruise, we're going to give you $85 per stateroom on board credit. $85 for nothing. It's because you booked it with us, always saying thank you. Then the Sapphire Princess around the Baltics on the 8th of September next year for 14 nights. Once again, deposit only right now. We're going to cruise from Southampton to Zeebrugge, Copenhagen, Stockholm in Sweden, Helsinki, St. Petersburg in Russia, where we're going to overnight, Tallinn in Estonia, Gdansk in Poland, and then back into Southampton. 1699, and don't forget $60 on board credit, exclusive from Vision Cruise.
Well, if you're ready to meet new people, travel to new places and try some new experiences, then get yourself on the phone and enjoy your 5-star luxury cruise with Princess Cruises. And if you'd like to know what other itineraries Princess Cruises have got to offer, then take a little look at our websites there at the bottom of the screen, visioncruise.co.uk. But from myself and from John, it's time to go. See you next time on The Cruise Show.
Yeah, and don't forget to come back, Neil. Carry on cruising. See you soon.
You've been watching a commercial presentation on behalf of Vision Cruise.